Just turned noon.
All right, let's start it on time.
We have everybody on board. Let's go.
Good morning. A meeting of the MAG Executive Committee is now called to order. This is a virtual meeting. Please remember to unmute your device before speaking and mute when you are not speaking to create a positive experience for all attendees. Phone participants should use *6 to mute and unmute and *9 to raise their hand. Do you mind doing a roll call of today's participants?
Thank you, Chair and members of the Executive Committee. I will go down the list of members. Please unmute and indicate if you're present. Mayor Gallego. Mayor Giles.
Here.
Mayor Hartke. Mayor Hartke. I'll skip down to Mayor Rocio.
Here.
Mayor Orsborn. Mayor Peterson.
Here.
Our chair is present, Mayor Weiss.
Correct.
Mayor Hartke. Thank you. We do have quorum.
Thank you for that. For anybody who's on the Zoom call or who is dialed in, the MAG public comment process provides opportunities for members of the public to comment on items scheduled on today's agenda or on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction. MAG provides the opportunity for members of the public to submit written comments via the MAG website prior to the meeting, as long as the comments are received at least 1 hour prior to the posted start time for the meeting. 2 opportunities are provided for public comment, including call to the audience and action items to be heard. Our next item is Pledge of Allegiance. Les, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Certainly. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Item number 3 is call to the audience. This is the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the consent agenda or that are on the agenda for discussion and not for action. Do we have any written comments?
Thank you, Chair and members of the Executive Committee. No public comments were received for the call to the audience or on any other items on the agenda. And just very quickly, I'd like to return to the roll call and just check for Mayor Hartke. Mayor Hartke, if you're here, can you please unmute and indicate you're present?
I am here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Eric, item number 4, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So in response to the discussion we had at our executive committee last month, we're proposing 2 amendments to our work program to conduct the necessary studies and research to support that request. So John Bullen, you want to provide the details?
Yeah, I'll just be short and sweet. So as Eric had mentioned, there's 2 items. The first one is really to look at possible options to secure the revenue needed to implement the plan. So this one will largely be focused on legal research. Do we need to do enabling legislation? What initiative options do we have? Issues like that. Upon approval today, we can work with firms to get them under contract. And our hope is that we will have information to bring back to this body as early as our August 15th meeting to go into executive session.
John, thank you for that. So this funding is for getting the enabling legislation to kind of see where we're at on that, correct?
Mr. Chairman, members of the Regional Council, so it would be legal research into sort of what options are available. So via enabling legislation or initiative or a range, really.
Are there any members of the committee who have any questions on this?
I do. Thank you.
Yes, Kevin.
So explain to me a little bit again. I understand this and I understand what we're hoping to do. And what I don't know is, do we believe that is this just a clean starting from zero saying that, hey, we just don't know what we don't know, and this is going to help us find this? Is this going to be something that has the potential, if we don't find a venue, that it's going to vex and irritate the people that we were unsuccessful to bend through this action? So I guess my question is, do we believe that there's traction here, or we just don't know, and this is to help us find that? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Chairman Weiss, Mayor Harkey, members of the Regional Council Executive Committee. This is more of a fact-finding mission. So to the way you sort of phrase it, we don't know what we know. And so this will sort of provide a high-level overview of what different options might be available so that you all can be briefed and presented, and, collectively we can sort of decide, next steps, next choices.
And having an attorney or a group look at our options on a very narrow field is going to cost $250,000.
Mr. Chairman, Mayor Harkey, so this agenda item is really intended to be a catch-all. So the initial work we intend on costing far less than that whole amount. We anticipate really that initial work can be completed for under 100,000. I think our intent today with this agenda item was to give us options and flexibility so that as we came back to you all, if you wanted specific items researched or more work done, we had the flexibility and ability to move quickly. I think our biggest challenge at this point is that we're up against time deadlines that are not always of sort of our choosing. And so we need that flexibility to be able to move quick.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else from the committee? Can I get a motion and then a second, please?
I'll make a motion that we approve the requested expenditure of $250,000.
Second, Mayor Hermosillo.
I have a first from Mayor Peterson, a second from Mayor Hermosillo. Staff, do you mind doing roll call, please?
Thank you, Chair and members of the Executive Committee. I will go down the list of members. Please unmute and indicate how you vote. Mayor Giles?
Yes.
Mayor Hartke?
Yes.
Mayor Hermosillo?
Yes.
Mayor Peterson?
Yes.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes. Thank you, members. It passes
The motion-
unanimously. Eric, item number 5, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Like the other item, this is also in response to a request from the Executive Committee to do a deep dive in making sure that we have a good understanding of the economic impacts of the transportation investments we've made historically. As you know, or you may not know, but we've done some calculations based on just the freeways, the Loop 101, 202, and the light rail system. And just in commute time, we found that there's tremendous travel time savings because of the transportation investments that we've made to date. And just those travel time savings from a present value standpoint approach $100 billion. So once again, significant investments have been made, but there's significant benefits also. So rather than doing back of the envelope, kind of back in the napkin calculations, I think it's really appropriate to bring on a firm who has the credentials to do a professional, complete economic development or economic impact analysis of the transportation investments we made. So, John, hopefully I didn't steal all your thunder.
No, thank you, Eric, Mr. Chairman, members of the Executive Committee. So in addition to that work, sort of looking at what the economic impact and benefit really of what we've done to date too, I think the other big item, and perhaps the one that we're going to put on the front burner and move quickly is the overall economic impact of the extension investment plan, both from a regional and a statewide basis. I think there's an opportunity to really tell the story and really truly demonstrate what this means to a wide swath of stakeholders. And so With this amendment, we can move quickly with a firm. The hope is to be able to have that analysis completed by November, though I will say that we are doing everything we can to expedite that even sooner, but certainly anticipate that that particular element will be very helpful as we continue our education campaign.
John, do you have an organization in mind to carry this out?
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Chairman, members of the executive committee. So there's a firm called EBP. So they're a national transportation economic analysis firm. They really specialize in this type of work. One of the big advantages of them as well, too, is that they have a lot of fluency in transportation model. And so we're actually able to move pretty quickly and export the results of our transportation model to perform the analysis. So that allows them to hit the ground running.
Okay. Okay. And we would use this, and sorry, committee, if I'm asking all the questions, and we would use this as we move forward with our education process for stakeholders, whether it's chambers of commerce, whether it's business community, whether it's union groups, whether it is whoever. This information would be one of the arrows in our quiver to bring out and educate the public on.
That's correct.
Okay. Any other questions from the committee?
This is Les. I guess my question, John, you spoke of that they might be completed by November. I would have hoped that they, recognize this is a big study, but I would hope that they could have a substantial pieces of information earlier. I don't know where we stand on a group going to the existing governor, but we're going to be facing a new governor, and it's going to delay our timing on when we can get the half cent on the ballot again. Hopefully they can deliver something meaningful before November.
Right.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mayor Peterson, 100% correct. So we will be working night and day in partnership with them. And this is an activity that MAG staff is fully committed to. So it is our hope we can have that done as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and Les, I think you bring up something really important, and that is after last night's vote, obviously we're going to have, two candidates that we may have to just bring up to speed on the importance of this. So I would agree. I think time is of the essence, and to get this out into the public and then get that into the hands of MAG so we can educate all those who are going to be a part of this decision. Anyone else from the committee? Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second, please?
This is Les. I'll make a motion to approve this expenditure of $100,000 for the action described by Eric and John.
Second, Mayor Hartke.
I have a motion from Mayor Peterson, a second from Mayor Hartke. Any further discussion? Please do roll call.
Thank you, Chair and members of the Executive Committee. I will go down the list of members. Mayor Giles.
Yes.
Mayor Hartke.
Yes.
Mayor Hermosillo.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
Chair, how do you vote?
I vote yes. Thank you, committee. It
Thank you.
passes
The motion
unanimously.
carries.
Item number 6 is request for future agenda items. Is there anything for the committee on that?
I think one of the things, I don't know if it's an agenda item, but as we go forward, I think we should be talking to both the gubernatorial candidates or those that have a shot as part of our communication campaign in the very near term.
Agreed. Item number 7, any comments or announcements from the membership? Are there any birthdays, anniversaries, any celebrations, anything we should know?
I've got 1, 2,
Go ahead.
3. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you, as I had a 77% approval from our voters. Our home rule in Chandler is currently sitting at high 80s, which is pretty unprecedented. So I'm just really pleased that in our community that the voters are alongside the leadership of the city. So I will continue to be a driver for transportation and what we are doing here with MAG for years to come. I'm also, I've been working with our staff and with the league staff in particular to get a Prop 400 item session. It might end up being a lunch when the traditional CAP UP lunch is, but to specifically draw in not just our folks from the county here, but from across the state, that if indeed we will need the the approval of legislators outside of Maricopa County, it is my goal, our goal, to present with them what happens statewide if this half-cent sales tax doesn't pass within this county, concerning the amount of maintenance that we have picked up and other things. So more information forthcoming, but do look forward to having this part of our across the state league meeting to talk about our local transportation and its impact across the state. So hope that you guys will put that on there. I don't know who the speakers are going to be. I just want those who are best able to communicate our message to be part of that. But looking forward to that at the league meetings at the end of this month. Thank you.
Again, congratulations, sir.
This is Les, and it's about on the same plane as announcing birthdays. I'm going on a cruise next week with my wife and I, with our 2 grandchildren, to Alaska, and we're very much looking forward to that.
Good for you. Get some time away from the heat.
Yes.
Les, we will miss you when you're, how long are you going to be gone for?
Only a week.
All right. Enjoy your time. Everyone, thank you for everything. The meeting is now concluded, and we will talk to you later on. Eric, John, everyone, thank you for all the help.
Thank you all.
Thank you.